What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. In this video, Russia and China meet and decide to combine their powers. Also, Russia decides what they're going to do after they win nuclear war. That's right, and I'll let you see the actual footage they aired on their TV systems in Russia. Can't make this stuff up. And what a judge here in the United States ruled on how the government is or isn't negligible on January 6th with an interesting ruling. All that in this episode. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for hitting the like button and sharing these videos. It really helps out our YouTube channel. And here we go. Okay, first up, Putin meets with the Chinese defense minister. Both sides hail military cooperation. Military cooperation. So just think about that for a second here. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, Russian President Vladimir Putin met with the Chinese defense minister Li Shangfu in Moscow on Sunday, and both men hailed military cooperation between the two nations, which have declared a no-limits partnership. This comes after Chinese President Xi Jinping met Putin in Moscow last month. So this is yet another meeting between the two. Russia and China have moved further to strengthen their economic, political, and military ties since Moscow sent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of troops in Ukraine, actually. Footage of the meeting showed Putin shaking hands with Li, then sitting down at the table. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu was also present, saying, quote, "We are working actively through our military departments, regularly exchange useful information, work together in the field of military technical cooperation, and hold joint exercises." China and Russia. Think about that. The exercises, he added, had been held in the Far East as well as in Europe, involving ground, naval, and air forces. Undoubtedly, this is another crucial area that strengthens the extreme trusting, strategic nature of our relations, Putin said. Kyiv said here on Friday that Ukrainian forces are finding a growing number of components from China in Russian weapons used in Ukraine. A senior official in Kyiv said on Friday. Isn't that interesting? China is still repeatedly denying sending military equipment to Russia. Now, this comes after the U.S. leaked documents that has come from this Air Force airman who's now set to potentially go to prison for up to 15 years. One of the documents that U.S. Intel had said that the Chinese were trying to send weapons to Russia and disguise it under civilian products. Yeah, so this is kind of a big deal. Is China and has China been sending weapons to Russia for quite some time here? You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Ukraine says they're starting to find more and more of this here. And are Russia and China teaming up? Are they a team? And then you got this, Russian state TV discussing plans to rule the world after winning nuclear war. This is on Russian state TV. Of course, Russian state TV is controlled by the Russian government, which is controlled by Putin. Take a listen to what they have to say. If you've been watching my channel, I'm showing you guys this here pretty frequently on this type of rhetoric that they're saying here. Take a listen to this.
А что после... То есть мы победим, это понятно, не обсуждается. А что после победы? Вот мы победили. После этой ядерной войны, ограниченно, быстро, всех там... Вот. Тогда нужно управлять миром. Победитель должен управлять миром. У нас есть платформа, план управления миром?
Есть.
Не знаю, я не слышал. Сейчас.
So this is what they're airing in Russia on Russian TV to millions of people. Think about this. They're saying, of course we will win. What happens after nuclear war, after we take over the world? What are we going to do? This is what they're airing to millions of people, actively telling them nuclear war is coming and prepare for this. And we're going to be the victors, and then this is what's coming. So you let me know your thoughts here on this. This is actively what they're telling their people. And you've seen the footage. And if you've been watching my channel, you've seen other footage from their channel. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah. My mind's blown just as much as yours. This is literally what they tell their people on a daily basis. And then we just had a pretty major ruling here in the U.S. A U.S. judge says he found no evidence of government misconduct in the January 6th case. This is a pretty interesting ruling here. Let me know your thoughts here on this. Judge Timothy Kelly shoots down the Proud Boys defendant, calls for mistrial and dismissal of an indictment. Here's what the judge had to say on this. Let me know your thoughts on this. Judge Timothy Kelly shoots down the Proud Boys defendant calls for a mistrial and a dismissal of indictment. The federal judge overseeing the Proud Boys seditious conspiracy trial in Washington on April 16th rejected a defendant's call for a mistrial and his allegations of evidence tampering, withholding an expulsory evidence, and government misconduct. In a 10-page ruling, U.S. District Judge Timothy Kelly rejected requests from defendant Dominic Pazzola for a mistrial or dismissal of charges. Kelly called Pazzola's conclusions, quote, bizarre, and said they lack legal and factual support. Pazzola claimed he was deprived of expulsory evidence from video footage aired in March on Fox News' Tucker Carlson Tonight. Pretty interesting. And you can see here, this comes as Proud Boys defendant Dominic Pazzola smashes Capitol windows with a riot shield on January 6th. So this is actually him there in the picture. Yeah, so you can let me know your thoughts there on that. Pretty, pretty interesting picture to go along with that, right? Drawn from 41,000 hours of security footage from the U.S. Capitol, Fox Broadcast claims that the defendant, Jacob Chansley, known as the QAnon Shaman, was escorted around the building by police on January 6th. If you watch that broadcast, they do paint the picture showing that in that light. Quote, Pazzola identifies footage of other people treating the Capitol respectfully after entering it. He concludes that the Senate chamber was never violently breached and that there's no evidence of any raucous or extreme disrupted or violent demonstration in the Senate chamber. Quote, but Pazzola has not shown how any of this relates to any element of an offense with which he is charged or how it relates to him at all, the judge wrote. Thus, it does not tend to show his, quote, freedom from fault, guilt, or blame. Kelly wrote that Pazzola was sent a majority of the video he identifies in September 2021 and the rest in January. He is one of 5 defendants charged with seditious conspiracy to attack the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. He is on trial for 10 alleged offenses, including using a riot shield to smash the Capitol windows, which you can see in that actual picture. Yeah, it might be a little hard to see there, but that is what he's doing. So ultimately, in the end, the judge says he found no evidence of government misconduct in the January case, and shoots down the Proud Boy defendant, calls for a mistrial and dismissal of indictment. So let me know your thoughts here. I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos. Here's some videos you should watch next. Kevin McCarthy and the Republicans are about to pass a major bill. You can see that here in this video. And U.S. boots on the ground in Taiwan. Click here to see that in this video here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.